Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. It is another hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to a solo episode today. Super excited about this one. This topic was actually brought up in a conversation I had recently on a podcast that I was interviewed on, and it was a question that was just, off the cuff. What was my response to it? And my response was no. When I was asked, do you need to be consistent in order to make progress? My answer to that was no. But my description of why I felt that way maybe wasn't the most concise. And so I want to redeem myself on my own podcast by really diving more in depth to that conversation. Because I still stand by what I said, that no, I don't think you need to be consistent in order to make progress in your healing journey or in order to make progress in your health journey, right? Whether you're doing one of those or both. And really they're intertwined. If you're healing, that's part of your health. So we're going to dive into that today, because no, I don't agree with, the widely viewed idea that consistency is key when it comes to your health and wellness. And that's not something that I've always thought, right? Recently, my thoughts have changed on that. A couple of years ago, I would have said, yeah, consistency is key when it comes to your health and wellness. But I know so much more now that I don't feel that same way. And that's a good thing, right? That, I am, as a human, growing and evolving, just as we all should, over time. So what we're going to do today is really just dive in, like I said, to why I feel you don't need to be consistent in order to make progress, and just my rationale for that, right? And again, not everybody's going to agree with me, and that's okay. This is just my opinion, my view, and I'm able and allowed to share that with you. So why not, right? And my hope, though, is in sharing this with you that it helps you, to take a little of the fear associated with embarking on a healing journey or embarking on a health journey. It takes a little bit of the fear out of that, because when we are told time and time again that you got to be consistent, you got to do these things every single day, that's hard, right? And for those type A personality people that, like me, that are like, okay, you got to, if you're going to commit, you're going to do it 100%, right? That's going to be rough, right? You're going to start to develop this all or nothing mentality potentially. And that can be really damaging to the psyche as well as the body, because they're interconnected. So we're going to dive into all that today, but I want to start this off with the definition of consistent, because I think that's important for us to, set the stage, knowing what does this word really mean, right? So there's two definitions that I really like. They're very similar to one another, but I think they do a good job in describing the point that I'm going to get across today, or that I hope to get across with you today in this episode. And so consistent is an adjective, so it describes a noun. For my fellow teachers out there, you're welcome. And it is when we are acting or doing something in the same way over time. So acting or done in the same way over time is one definition. And the other definition is unchanging in nature, standard, or effect over time. And these definitions are from the Oxford Dictionary. So why do I feel that you don't need to be doing those things in order to make progress with your health and wellness or in your healing journey? Well, because like I said earlier, that really sets us up for failure, right? It really makes us feel like we have to achieve this all or nothing mentality, right? We have to fixate on responding in that way, right? And that's just not healthy. And at the core of this, at the root of this discussion, any progress that you make is good progress, right? So, whether you let's say we're talking about nutrition, whether you are, following a really great eating plan for yourself that's really supporting your health and wellness, or supporting your healing journey, wonderful. And let's say you end up going to out to eat, right? And you end up getting, I don't know, a cheeseburger, right? And fries, and you end up having some sort of dessert, right? But you've been eating really clean overall, other than this meal. And, this is just kind of like a splurge, I'm putting in quotation marks, right? I don't even like that description of that meal, because it's really, you should be able to enjoy what you want, right? But let's say that you have that meal, right? And then you go right back to eating clean like you typically do. You're not going to, from that one meal, ruin all the progress you've made on your health and healing. Are you going to maybe feel bloated or tired, or uh, you know, have some uncomfortable emotions, um, maybe have some diarrhea or constipation, some adverse side effects when it comes to digestion and just overall feelings in the body and mental clarity? Yeah, you might, because that's not typically how you eat, right? And so the body's going to register that, and the body may respond in those ways. But that doesn't mean that you have, you know, reversed everything that you've done up until this point. And I think that's sometimes where we get it wrong, is we go into a healing journey, or we go into a health journey, and we're like, okay, I can't have any, quote unquote slip ups, right? I have to do this thing like the right way. Newsflash, there is no right way, right? Whatever works for you is the right way. Now, could you make more progress, with more of a quote unquote consistent schedule, meaning are not, in that example, you're not having the burger, and maybe instead you're having a salad at the restaurant, and you don't have fries, you swap that out for a steamed side of veggies, and maybe you don't get the dessert, or you get a dessert that is maybe fruit based or something like that. I mean, sure, that those are definitely intentional choices that you're making that are probably going to support and honor your body better, and probably cause you to not have as many adverse symptoms as I just explained and described you could with that previous example. But you're still making progress. And so I want that to be at the forefront of this conversation, is that you committing to a healing journey, or you committing to a health journey, is all that you need, right? And whether, that looks like for you having one splurge meal a week, or, whether that looks like you one week, doing resistance training 3 times a week, the next week doing 4, and the week after that doing it once, and the week after that doing it twice, and, just very inconsistent. It's okay, like, you're not going into that particular example, the resistance training, you're not going into that to be some sort of, fitness model, right? So it's all the perspective, if you will. And I think, again, we get caught up in what the media tells us, what we hear society tell us, which is that, consistency is key. And it is for a lot of things in life, right? If you're consistent with, you know, building relationships, then you're going to have thriving relationships, right? If you're consistent with, looking for new jobs because you want to, get a new job, you're consistent in putting in the work to to find, new possibilities, new opportunities, yeah, you're going to have better success, or have better results, better outcomes. But I just don't think, and again, this is my opinion, my view, I just don't think that that can be said when it comes to your health. Your health and wellness and the healing journey that many of us go on is not, it's not linear. And to say that consistency will create that linearness, that's a word, and will create that desired effect, it sets us up for letdown, because you're going to have highs and lows, ebbs and flows in whatever kind of health and wellness journey you're on. When I think of my healing journey, there have been a lot of forward movements and then some regressions, and those things weren't because I wasn't consistent. No, it happened because there's a lot of factors, right? Our mind being one of them. And I think that is where I want to take this conversation next, is that, when we think about the healing journey and health journeys, our mind is so incredibly crucial to our success. So I want to take this conversation down the route of mindset, because I know mindset was the untapped gem, if you will, in my healing journey. And again, I'm still on a healing journey. We all are, right? Healing journeys never end. They evolve over time. We may heal from something, and then something else comes up, and we have to, work through and process through that, and start the healing for that particular thing in our life. But I think for me, mindset has been this really incredible tool, tapping into my mindset and the potential it has to support me in my healing and in my health and wellness. And, like I said ditching that all or nothing mentality. Yeah, that all is a mindset thing, right? Like, that's mindset based. If we are all or nothing, our mindset is like, go, 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 do, don't stop. And just, that's not supportive to our health. That's not the reality of life, is that we can always go, 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 do, especially as a woman. We're cyclical individuals. We don't always have the energy to go, 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 do. In fact, half the month we don't have that energy. So, it's just not the reality. And so mindset has, for me, been an incredible piece that I rely on heavily in my own healing journey, because I know that the more I pour into bettering my mindset and giving myself grace, the better my outcomes are going to be, right? So, when we're talking about making progress, if you want to make progress, consistency, in my mind, is not going to be the thing that helps you to make the most progress. It's your mindset. It's really wrapping your mind around the why, right? Why do you want to make these changes, or why do you want to start the healing journey? And it's less about how many times a week am I going to do, a strength training workout, or how many cheat meals or, splurge meals can I have, right? Those things are not conducive to our growth, to our evolution as human beings, and, like I said, most important, to our healing. So, your mind is this untapped gem, I say. And so if you can really honor your mindset and learn to love and appreciate yourself as a human being at the core, and to really listen to what your mind is telling you, to what your inner knowing is telling you, you're going to see a lot more success in your healing journey, because your body knows what it needs. And if you listen to your gut, right? If you are listening to your intuition, which is connected to your mind, you are going to be able to harness the key factors, if you will, in achieving the success that you want in your health and healing journey. So, that's where this conversation ends. I would love to know if you have any thoughts around this, if this was supportive for you in terms of maybe you're starting a healing journey or you're starting, a health journey. I would love to know if you have any thoughts on this conversation today. And if you do, come on over and tell me on social media. Come chat with me on Instagram. Chat with me in my DMs. I would love to know your thoughts on this, just how you are really breaking down those um, preconceived notions that consistency is key, because again, in my mind it's not. And so I hope that you can start to knock down those walls, those consistency walls, and really start to pave a path for your healing or your health journey that really is supportive to what you truly need and is a truly a unique plan for you, because every single one of us needs our own plan, right? There is no one said protocol that everyone should follow and that everyone will see success if they follow it, right? That's just, we're all unique individuals, so we all need a unique plan. And I'm always open, my doors are always open in my DMs. So come chat with me, and if you want help on that journey, I'm always here to support you. So just know that. So without further ado, I will wrap things up, but I hope you have a wonderful start to your week, and we will chat again soon.